We've seen electric cars, we've seen electric trucks, we've recently seen electric tractors, and now Chad Colby brings us electric side-by-sides.
At the Farm Progress Show, I'm sure many of you have seen all these vehicles that have electrification, like Case IH's new electric tractor. My good friend Brian Leone called me early this week and said, Chad, we got our first electric Ranger in, and you have got to drive this thing before we sell it. And yeah, it's a Ranger. Looks just like they've been doing for, I guess, decades now. But I will tell you this, after driving it, this is far from just another Ranger. It's got a 110 horse electric motor packed underneath it. This particular model he had one battery, so it's got a range of about 45 miles or so. You can get it with 2 batteries to double the mileage if you need it. Brian thought 45 was going to be good enough for his clients. Here's the charging port right here. It comes with all the necessary cables, even a real handy app that you can use on your phone so you can monitor the battery and make sure it's charged up, those kind of things. You know, but for me personally, after being around the machine a little bit, I realized really quickly this thing's going to bring a totally different application to side-by-sides. Not only is it more efficient, Brian told me about 70% less operating costs. And listen to this. All you hear in the background are the flags on the pole, not the machine as I drive by. And as far as performance goes, if you haven't driven any vehicles that have electrification, the performance is second to nothing. And I think part of that performance is the silence, if we're being real honest with you. Sit and have a conversation, being around your cattle, all those things. And listen, if you hit the throttle, these things go. No different than a car or an electric bulldozer. They make all their torque all at one time, and it is incredible. So if you're in the market for a side-by-side, this is definitely something to think about. I know for me, I was beyond impressed with the performance of this vehicle. For This Week in Agribusiness, I'm Chad Colby.
Thank you, Chad. And folks, stay with us. Later in the program, we'll get another update on our Plan Smart, Grow Smart series from our friends at BASF.